19-year-old, the owner of the Charleston Law Center in Las Vegas, and 17 years ago, the focus of an I-Team investigation.
Meet Denton native Rebecca Dean.
That's me reporting.
AKA Nicole Wilson.
And that's Becca Charleston,
a convicted prostitute who advertises escort services on this national website.
This was 2006. Charleston had just been convicted, part of a multi-million-dollar prostitution ring operating out of an upscale Denton County neighborhood in this house.
CBS 11 has also learned that the operation supposedly has generated at least $2 million. Was $2 million accurate?
No, there was so much more money.
12 years after that story aired, we met Charleston for the first time, along with another woman also part of the operation. We all sat down in our CBS studios with the federal prosecutors who put them behind bars, and just listen to what we learned was actually happening inside that house.
We all had to call each other sisters.
Yeah, we were required to call each other sisters. There were rules and laws.
Oh, a whole bunch of rules. If you didn't obey the rules, you'd be beaten.
Instead of criminals, these women say they were victims. And the two men who put them behind bars say that's exactly what was happening. At the time, the term sex trafficking was just evolving. In this interview, the investigators told us they had learned the women were trapped. Charleston says she was a typical teenager, well-liked, a soccer player, slowly lured by an older male friend into this lifestyle, this home, and then beaten if she stepped out of line.
When I was 17, 18 years old, I would carry around a handwritten list of all the things that he would beat me for, because I foolishly thought that if I just did everything right, then he wouldn't beat me.
She says that even included treating her pimp as a customer to make sure she was doing everything right.
I can still place myself in the bedroom that I slept in at that house and remember how I was feeling, just crying as he was raping me.
Today, she says her story is becoming increasingly common, particularly here in Texas. Research finds most American girls are first trafficked at age 15. In Dallas alone, sex trafficking has been called a $99 million illegal industry. One researcher stated every year, 79,000 Texas minors are victims of sex trafficking. And in this University of Texas study, victims spoke openly about how they were controlled by threats of violence. An 18-year-old from Lubbock said a trafficker told her, "I will cut your throat if you don't do this." The victims were asked why they cooperated. An 18-year-old from Rio Grande Valley said, "They always told me they were going to kill my family." And also heartbreaking, the study shared the victims' goals: get married, have a family, graduate college, be a chef. Today, Charleston says she is proof that is all possible.
I can't believe the opportunities.
She sees progress. She's testified on many related bills. Some are pending now. And in 2021, she proudly helped put Texas in the national spotlight as it became the first state to make buying sex a felony.
I didn't have hope for a future that didn't revolve around my body being sold. And to now sit here, a decade later on the other side, be a respected leader nationally in the anti-trafficking field, because of what I've survived, that's exciting.
Since that first I-Team story aired 16 years ago, Charleston has earned her master's degree, received a presidential pardon, opened her law advocacy center, and she travels the country training law enforcement about how to recognize what neighbors, investigators, and even we, the media, did not see back in 2006.
I feel embarrassed when I play it because you looked like a criminal, but you were a victim.
But nobody knew. I can't look at you guys and blame you. It was 2006? And I mean, human trafficking was barely even talked about.
We've come a long way.
Yeah.
I recently spoke at a women's luncheon, and I talked about this trafficking series we are working on. I was asked by an audience member, what can I do to help? So I promised to get her an answer, and here's what we've learned from Charleston, our experts, and also the Department of Transportation. We all need to help watch for a combination of these signs: tattoos or nail art, typically of money bags, crowns, or a trafficker's name. High security measures where the victims live or work, working long hours, no freedom to come and go or speak for themselves, no control of their own money, and often substance abuse. And then if you see something, you need to say something, but be careful to whom you say it. Do not confront the victims or the traffickers. You could be putting everyone in danger. Instead, call 911 or call the Human Trafficking Hotline. We have put it on the screen for you. This is very important that you make that call. I'm Ginger Allen, CBS News, Texas.
We thank Ginger. And by the way, we've been in touch with Traffic 911, the organization, and this said that they have seen some movement on several of the bills in front of the legislature. They continue to watch right now. They say that any movement honestly gives them some hope that possibly they will pass. We're keeping an eye on that. And if you have a tip or a question anytime for Ginger and the I-Team, be sure to reach out to them. The information, real simple, on the screen for you. Phone number 817-586-7211. Or if email's better for you, it is iteam@ktvt.com.